So, I know this is going to be a different upload for once. I'm just going to kind of ramble and rant about the current state of gaming for the most part. So, last month we saw the announcement of Highguard at the Game Awards for the people that sit down and watch that crap. The game comes out and loses 80% of its player base within a day because it's modern dog shit that nobody wants to play. All right. Just because you made Apex like what 10 years ago doesn't mean that you can make another good game. And Apex isn't even that great of a game either. It's a game for normies, people who don't understand what a good game is. But enough shitting on that. Highguard is a very good example of a game that nobody wants. And I'm gonna bring up another example, Concord. I don't remember when Sony announced it. I just know that they announced it, and I tweeted at them saying that nobody wants this. The game comes out, it fails spectacularly. It failed harder than fucking ET. Most people have already put down Overwatch. Most people have moved on from the hero shooter scene. Aside from Marvel Rivals, somehow managed to cultivate an audience. And not every character has to be fuckable, but nobody wants to play as Dodd. Nobody wants to play as big, ugly fucking bumblebee robot guy. Nobody wants to play as fucking Chinese girl with a fucking robe. I mean, nobody cares. And you think it's a great idea to release a hero shooter in current year. You're absolutely delusional. Highguard developers have gone as far as to actually remove the part of the description of their game that says that they are associated with at least one of the best games ever, which is Titanfall. I don't know who needs to hear this, but most of these free-to-play games solely exist to waste your time. They don't add anything to your life. They don't have actual stories that at least in the beginning, they don't have anything besides the gameplay. Games are more than just the gameplay. There's gotta be a story, man. There's gotta be lore. There's gotta be something else there besides, oh, you can play this with your friends and that's enough. Has it never occurred to these people that being social at all hours of the day can be exhausting? I have an entire library full of single player games that I play by myself and I love them. Look at Control. We gotta announce the trailer for Resonant, man. A video game that people actually want. I'm finally going through Control again for this is the third time I played through this game, and I wouldn't be doing that if I didn't actually enjoy this game. Which is something that anybody playing Highguard will never have the ability to say, because it's not gonna stick around, period. And I genuinely blame that fucking moron Jeff Keighley for this. This guy, every year, stands in front of the fucking television and tells us about how great these games are gonna be, and that he plays them. No, I don't think you play them. I'm pretty sure you spend 90% of your time trying to get this fucking show together. There's no way you have time to fucking play this dog shit. You can literally hear him stammer his words whenever he's talking about this game. This guy has never touched it. He's talking out of his ass.
It is insanely fun to see, fun to play, as you saw in that trailer.
He got paid millions of dollars by these poor developers so that they can destroy their game in front of everybody. That's sad, man. I really feel bad for the developers of this game. I feel bad for the people who made Concord. You guys deserve so much better, but y'all should have seen the writing on the wall, man. There's no way you guys can be making these games and actually be playing other video games, because the inspiration is everywhere, and you guys make uninspired hero shooter live service dog shit. And I'm just gonna say it like this, man. Battlefield 6 required everybody to do Secure Boot 2.0, something that I'll be honest, I'm too stupid to fucking figure out, I'm too scared to do, and I don't think it's worth breaking my system over. So why the fuck would anybody do the same thing for this game? I'm just gonna go ahead on a little side tangent about Secure Boot and the state of multiplayer gaming, but if you require all these extra steps to prevent people from cheating in your game, and then the game comes out and it's still got a hacker problem, a cheater issue, then it was all for nothing. Why? But getting back to the topic at hand, Highguard comes out and loses not all, but a good portion of its player base. I've seen people on the forums saying that they need to remove reviews because people are playing at least one game and then realizing that the game is not enjoyable, and that they uninstall it, leave a bad review, and go on about their day. And I don't blame you for doing that. That's exactly what you should be doing. At least for those who are willing to download and open the crap. But maybe this is a canary in the coal mine situation. Maybe this is another step that at least, you know, gamers who play multiplayer games can take to show the developers who make this crap that this is no longer acceptable. This is not going to suffice. This is not worth the time, let alone the money. The money! Because that's what that game is supposed to be generating at the end of the day. That game is supposed to be making money for those developers, that studio. And that's frankly not going to happen because it's just chasing trends. Who could have guessed? Trend chasing leads to stifling of creation. What a fucking concept. And look, if you enjoy the game, more power to you, but you're going to be sitting there staring at a matchmaking timer a lot more than you are going to be playing the game. So at what point do you sit there and realize that this game is free and you've spent, let's say, you know, you've played 4 or 5 games in the day. I'd be willing to bet you probably sat there for probably at least 10 minutes staring at a fucking loading screen and a matchmaking timer, just all together. That's not fun. Okay, let me put it this way. My mom, she thinks that Fortnite is a game where you just fall from the sky because she's only seen my nephew play it, and he is cannon fodder to people like me. That's right. All he does is load in, fall from the sky, grab a weapon, and then gets his brains blown out because he's 10 years old and he doesn't have the muscle memory. He doesn't have any of that. That is what mothers think Fortnite is. It is a game where you just fall from the sky. So what the fuck is Highguard supposed to be? Oh, it's a first-person shooter MOBA. Yeah, because League of Losers is so much fun. Valorant is so much fun. You know what is fun? Do you know what game has always had players? Counter-Strike, Battlefield. Let's also not forget Left 4 Dead. You can go into any cooperative shooter. Let's use Vermintide as an example because it's kind of old at this point. You can still load up into that game and find people playing it in current day. And if you don't want to take the time and do that, guess what? They have an even more recent one that came out in the form of Darktide, which takes even, I mean, it's instant. You're just in the game. You're just playing it. You're having fun. Yeah, there's microtransactions and stuff, but they're not. It is not a free game that's trying to shove that down your throat. It is purely optional. So I think with Highguard, we are starting to see the collapse of, I mean, really the collapse of live service gaming. Call me the live service police, because that's what I've been paying attention to, man. I put over 6,000 hours of my life into fucking Destiny and Warframe combined. Probably 7,000. I'm not even kidding. I know what it's like to waste thousands of hours on a video game and then put it down and have disdain for it. Because in order to have disdain for something, you have to be passionate about it. And I see zero passion in that game. I see nothing in it. I see it as a game for nobody, much like I saw Concord as a game for nobody. And with that, as a nobody, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to stop crashing out over this. But I just had to get these thoughts out, man. Anyways, if you've made it this far, holy crap, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I live stream almost every single day, and I have a library to back it up. Have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, afternoon, lunch, breakfast, dinner if you do that. And I will see you. You will definitely see me. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Even if you dislike it, go ahead and hit the dislike button. Most of you people don't even have accounts. So, prove me wrong on that. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a little bit more gameplay up, but thank you very much.